Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, and I am here today with a special edition to talk to you about my plans for 2024. I am very excited for what I have decided to do, and I will preface it with, this is my plan now, but if I get into 2024 and it's not working, which I really don't think it's not going to, then I have the freedom to change my mind. But like I said, I'm really excited about what I have come up with, and what I'm going to be doing for my stitching. So the first thing is that last year, we're at the end of 2023, but throughout this year, I, along with Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, had a Facebook group called SYS 2023, Stitch Your Stash 2023. And in that group, we just encouraged people to find things from your stash. It by no means was that you could not buy anything at all. If you wanted to do that, that was up to you, obviously. But for us, there were still things we wanted to purchase, and that was fine. But it was just to think, if you had a pattern and you had the floss, you had a pattern and you had fabric and maybe you needed to buy the floss, or you had fabric but you wanted to buy a new pattern or whatever. Just to think about things that you have, because we all have so many beautiful fabrics and floss, and we have so many patterns, that why not go dig through what you have and find something to stitch? So we did that throughout the year, and we hosted different designer spotlights within our group. But then towards the end of this year, Pam with Just Keep Stitching, she talked about that she was going to be doing 24 starts for the year 2024. So Alicia called me up and said, let's do 24 and 24 within our Stitch Your Stash group to keep the group going. And not that we can't keep it going, but just to have something else, another challenge. And I said, that sounds great. I'll start 24 new things. I like to start projects, so what the heck? So we do have the hashtag SYS24in24. Also, Pam is using the hashtag 24 starts in 2024, and I'll put those right here, and I'll also put them below, and I'll link Pam's video where she talks about her 24 new starts. So we're just kind of piggybacking on that idea. So when Alicia had called me, she started showing patterns. I started pulling patterns that I had, and as I would buy, I was putting them in a basket, and I thought, I will go and I'll decide and I will figure out what I want to do later, but I'm just kind of pulling out things that are piquing my interest. And then in the past month, I thought, every time I go to pull something new to start, or when I pull out a whip, what am I gravitating towards? What are kind of my favorites? And so I have a list of ones that I always buy this person's. I always buy these patterns. And obviously there's many other designers that I love as well. And then, this is kind of the backstory to how I get to where my plan. But then I saw Elizabeth Ann with Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. She posted a video with a Brenda Gervais parade. And I, of course, am taking screenshots of her video. Oh, I have that. I need to pull that out. Oh, I love that one. I have that pattern. Pretty much everything she showed, I either had it as a whip or I had the pattern. There was a couple that I didn't. And then I got to thinking, I have a lot of Brenda Gervais patterns, and she is one of my top designers that I must buy her patterns. I have a ton of them. And I just get distracted and stitch something else. But I really would love a lot of her things in my house. So that is where I came up with my idea to do my 24 starts are all going to be with thy needle and thread. So I am calling it my year with thy needle and thread, and I will be stitching. My 24 starts are from With Thy Needle. I have a basket of Brenda Gervais, and With Thy Needle and Thread I will use interchangeably. Brenda Gervais is the designer behind the company. I have my basket of whips, which I will pull from, and I do have a couple starts that were in my basket I had pulled that I will still do. They're not With Thy Needle and Thread, but I wanted to do, they're kind of for some special dates that I wanted to pull out. So that is my plan. I will be using the 24 new starts in 2024 printout from Katie the Naptime Stitcher, and this is what it looks like. She also has a printout, it looks exactly like this, that is for if you're going to do 24 whips, if you are going to do 24 projects, and it has, is it a whip or is it a new start, so you can indicate that. And also she has a paper that is for 24 finishes. So you can purchase any of those from her and fill them out like I did, or if you have a different method, that works as well. But Katie the Naptime Stitcher, and I'll link her shop below, it's on Etsy, and she has created all of these. So I printed it out and filled in all of my choices. So I have my 24 new starts, and most of them I had. There were a couple that I knew I wanted to do that I didn't have, and I purchased them from Brenda's shop, which is Country Stitches Online, and you can go direct, that is buying directly from her. She also recently has a tab to buy linen, and the linen that she's selling is linen that she uses in her patterns. So if there's something specific, like I was able to get Brenda's brew from R&R, and I haven't been able to find that. And there was a couple others that she had that I just like. I love Winter Brew, and she uses a lot of that. So I bought some of that from her too. So those are some other things on her website. All right, so I am also I have bought most of her project bag panels, and I will be sewing those into bags to put my projects in for 2024. I'm going to try to do a couple before January 1st, but if not, then I'll be sewing them in January. All right, so I wanted to go through the choices that I have made and show you what I'm going to be working on. All right, so the first one, and this is my new start as of January 1st, and I will be doing this as my blessing sampler, meaning I will start this on January 1st and it will end on January 31st. If I get it done before that, great, but I want to finish this in the month of January. And the history behind the blessing sampler, I don't really know where it started, but last year I did it with Brick House Sampler, which coincidentally is a Brenda Gervais as well, but it's supposed to bring the needleworker good luck throughout the year. So I thought it was a fun idea, and I challenged myself last year, and I was able to complete that piece, and I'll put a picture of it right here. And I gifted that to my mom for her birthday, and so I thought, well, this is perfect to pick up another piece that I love from Brenda Gervais. And so this is what my January 1st start will be. And like I said, I will complete it by the 31st. And I am using all of the called for colors, and I'm not sure which linen I'm using. I still have to pick that out. So I will also say Some of them have linen. Some of them I still have to choose my linen. I haven't picked that yet. All right, the next one, and these are not in any order. I just have them in here, but I will probably, my plan, I think, is to do 2 a month. So I will start them either both at the beginning of the month or one at the beginning and then one like midway through the month. I don't know how that's gonna go, but if I do 2 a month, then that'll get me my 24. But so I just have them in this basket, and I'll probably just say, okay, I'm in the mood to start this piece or whatever. Okay, the next one is PA Dutch Tomato Pinkeep, and this one I had gotten as a kit from Farm Girl Dry Goods. I don't think she has any kits anymore, but I have it all kitted with all the called for, and I have, I think it has a stem in it too. It has the candlestick and the fabric and everything. So this one is ready to go. The next one, and I'm hoping they're kind of in order here. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. All right, I'll just go with what I picked. The next one is Queen of the Harvest. And this is with the called for floss. And I'm going to do this on 32 count vellum by Picture This Plus. And here is the fabric that I chose and the floss. So this is like kind of more of a fall piece, so I'll probably wait and work on this in the fall. Unless I get the urge to stitch something like this earlier than that, which could very well be a possibility. All right, the next one is Winterberries and Pine, and this is brand new. This is an exclusive, and you have to buy it the kit. And I am not sure if you can still buy it. It's an exclusive on Brenda's website, and this is what it looks like. So I have it all kitted from her, and you had to buy the kit, but it was an exclusive on her site, and it's called Winterberries and Pine. So this will most likely be a January start. I have a few different snowman ones, so I might start a couple of them in January, but we'll see. All right. Then, let's see. Sorry, these are these extra ones that I'm doing for my kids and such. Okay, here is the next one. This is Elizabeth Hunt 1845, and I have this kitted with all of the floss, which some of the floss are coffee tea dyed, and coffee dyed, I will dye those. And then I also have, I think she did it on 40 count sheep straw. Yes, and I got a piece of, I have a piece of 36. So I will do this one. And then I have Peter and Peep, and this one is not kitted at all, so I will have to kit this up. So that's one thing, is some of them I had kitted, and if I didn't, I just left them, and that'll be something I can buy. Since I more than likely, if I buy anything, it will just be to buy a pattern because I want to put it in my stash. But yeah. So the next one is Autumn, and this is from Seasons of the Heart. Oh, it says it there too. I have done the spring and the winter, and the summer is a whip. And so I want to do the autumn one. So that will be another one. So let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is Queen of the Needle. And I have a few of the flosses for this. Queen of the Needle is number 7. Number 8 is Patriotic Poppies. And I don't have that kitted. Number 9, and this is kitted with the floss, is Liberty Dwells. And I will decide either to do both of them or just pick one of them. I'm not sure. Number 10 is Be Happy, Humble, and Kind. And this one I recently showed. And I changed the blues. And somebody was asking, and the blues I picked were Stormy Night, Blacksmith Blue, and I have Tin Roof for the lightest, which is like a gray, but I might pick another. I'm just trying to, there's another blue and I can't think of what it is right now. I'll have to look. It might be Dove by Weeks Dye Works, but the Blacksmith Blue and Stormy Night for sure, and then the lighter one I'm not sure about. And I did that because the colors she calls for are more green. So I want to make sure that to be blue, because that was the part I loved the most about it. Okay, this one is, I have kitted from the attic. With the attic, they have a silk conversion, and this is Ann Wallace. And so these are the silks. And the fabric I have is 36 count Moon Shadow by Seraphim to do it on. And so that's going to be really pretty. And I'm very excited to start that one. Then I have, this has the floss but no fabric, A Girl in Her Garden. This has everything. Burr, It's Cold Outside. This is fully kitted with the called for Autumn Splendor. Also Indigo Lane, and I have the chart, and I'm getting this kitted from Country Sampler, and I'm, waiting for my chart to come. But this will actually be one of the giveaways, is the chart for Indigo Lane. So if you are interested in it's just the chart, Indigo Lane, use the word indigo in your comment. So this is one of the giveaways for today. Use the word indigo. And then this is kitted with the called for threads, and I'm not sure which fabric. This is When Flowers Blossom, and I love this so much. I also have Strawberries and Stripes. So I have some smalls too. Liberty House. This is called From the, or To the From Me. Our Hearts, which I will start this in February, which is when my anniversary is. So I will start this February 4th. Peppermint Pals, and this is kitted with a floss, and I have a piece of color and cotton that I'm gonna do this on. And the last two are Redbird Sampler, and I have this kitted with the Vicky Clayton, and I started this a while ago, but I did not like my fabric, so I'm going to restart this on the called for fabric, which I believe is Patriot's Brew. Yes. But I'm using the Vicky Clayton silk. And that was a stitch along with Lori Holt and Julie. But like I said, I started it, but I did not like what I did. And this one also, this is a restart, so I'm counting it as a new start, this is Summer Schoolhouse, and this has lots of patterns. So I'm gonna start with this one, and then if I wanna do some more of them, I'll keep going. But this is really gonna be my start. And I had converted this to blues, and I like the conversion, but I'm not really into the white anymore. And I think this is 28 count. So this is what I had done. So I think I still am going to stick with doing the blues, but I'm going to do this on a different fabric. So it'll be a new start. And I believe, let me just confirm that is, they kind of got out of order for my paper. That is all of, yes, that's all of my new starts for my Brenda Gervais. Then I also wanted to start in January. I am going to have a special girls stitching trip, and I have a new start. I don't want to show it because some of my friends I'm going on, it's a surprise for them. So I'll share that once they get theirs. But I have a special chart. I'm going to start. Hopefully they're going to want to start it too. But that's a new start in January. Then I am going to start on my daughter's birthdays. One of them I'm going to start My Little Sampler, and I'm not sure which one I'm starting for both of my girls. So this is going to be for one of their birthdays, which is in April. And then the other one's birthday is in April too, and I'm going to start Dear Daughter by Blackbird. And then I do want to pick something to start for my son's birthday, but I haven't decided what that's going to be yet. So I have to figure that out. So those will be my extra, let me make sure. Those will kind of be my extra starts. And also these are two whips or three whips that I have that I want to work on monthly. The first one is Dwelling Place by Brenda Gervais, which I talked about this in my last video. So this will kind of have a monthly goal. Then also the chart, Hello Autumn, the stitch along with Nicole Spore for her birthday. This will also be a monthly goal. And then I have Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm not going to set any goals, but on Fridays, the group who is doing Dwelling Place, Christy from Crosshatch Quilts and some of her group, they stitch Hawk Run Hollow on Fridays. And so I thought, well, if I want to pull my Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow out, I might do that on Fridays as well. I would like to stitch a little bit on that, but if I'm having fun with the Brenda Gervais new starts or my Brenda Gervais whips, then I'm not going to put pressure on myself to work on the Hawk Run Hollow. So we'll just kind of, I have that as a possibility. Also, I have other whips, other designers' whips. I've pulled out some and I have those in a basket, and I'll share those kind of as the year goes, that are things I would like to finish. One in particular is Channing Street from Annie B's Folk Art. I really want to get that done this year, or this upcoming year. So I will pull that out at some point to get that finished. And I have a few others that they're already whips that I would like to see as a finish. So those I already have kind of pulled. And then if there's any other charts I have that are whips already and I feel the urge to pull them out, I feel like that kind of goes along with my plan. But I'm really excited to stitch Brenda's things and know that that's my plan. So I really think that I will most likely be sticking with it. So a couple other things leading up to January 1st, when I start Needleworkers Sampler, is I am on December 25th, I'm going to start Heap on the Wood, which is by Brenda Gervais. I am also going to start The Peace on Earth by Lottie Da on New Year's Eve. So I'll have that carrying into 2024. The other giveaway that I have is I have an extra copy of Heap on the Wood, which is what I'm starting for Christmas Day. And so obviously you don't have to start it for Christmas Day, but if you want to also stitch this, or you just love the chart too, this is another giveaway. And use the word wood. So for this one, if you're interested, use the word wood. And if you're interested in Indigo Lane, the chart, use the word indigo. So that is what I have for today. In another video at some point, I don't know when, I am going to do a Brenda Gervais whip parade, and I will share all of my Brenda Gervais whips that I potentially will be working on next year. But that'll be another day, another video for another day. But I wanted to get my 24 starts out there. So in case you love the idea too and want to join, or you want to pick up some of these patterns, you can pick those up and stitch along too. So I hope you guys have a great December. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and I will talk to you later. And this video, once it goes up, I will wait 2 weeks, and then I'll pick the winners for Indigo Lane and for Heap on the Wood. So if you're interested, whatever the date is that this video is posted, 2 weeks from that is when I will pick the winner. So I hope you guys have a wonderful December, like I said, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.